Students, this is Lesson 8.1, Geometric Mean and SOHCAHTOA. This page is review. Taking a look here, we're going to do solving for x. So if we were to cross multiply here, we'd have x squared equals 64 square root. You end up with x equals 8. If we cross multiply here, we end up with x squared equals 75 square root. X equals 5 root 3. What we just did, this having the same variable in this position is in a proportion is called the geometric mean. The geometric mean. So right here, if we take the numbers 4 and 16 and we add and divide by 2, 4 and 16 is 20. Divided by 2, we get 10. This is called an arithmetic mean. It's also called an average. This average is called the arithmetic mean. So to find the arithmetic mean, you add and you divide by 2. Now we take those same two numbers like we did up here, is you multiply and then square root, which is exactly what we did up here, and we got 8. This is called the geometric mean. The geometric mean. And that one you multiply and square root. There are 3 geometric means that you need to be concerned about when you have a right triangle. And they are, first, in a right triangle, it's where you have an altitude, creating what's called the short segment and the long segment. The first one is the short leg. I'm going to use SL for short leg. The short leg is the geometric mean between the short segment and the entire hypotenuse. Then here we have the long leg. I'm going to use LL. The long leg is the geometric mean between the long segment and the hypo. And last, the altitude is the geometric mean between the short segment and the long segment. These must be memorized. So, for example, if we were to do this one here, if I wanted to solve for x, x is the altitude, so I would use the geometric mean using the altitude. So altitude, altitude, short segment, long segment. To solve for x, my short segment would be 2. My altitude is x. My altitude is x, and my long segment, make sure you physically trace that, that's 12. Cross multiply. You have x squared equals 24. We factor, and we get 2 root 3 is x. Follow the same process to find the short leg as well as the long leg.